Good morning, and welcome to another episode of Morning Java, brought to you as always by our friends at the Get Go Cafe and Market, where Dale, they have these really cool deals on their app right now, the Merry Days of Christmas.
Absolutely, and they're good through Christmas, so you better get the app downloaded now to get on those deals.
Wait a second, didn't Christmas just kind of happen?
Well, I don't know if it was Christmas, but it was certainly a pretty big gift for Pittsburgh.
You know, for the players themselves, usually if you're a team that's got a nemesis, you're going to be kind of reluctant to speak about it. Not these guys. They were like, yeah, because it was them. Because it was them, we enjoyed it.
Yeah, but they would have enjoyed it regardless because they've lost 3 games in a row.
There's that too.
Like Cam Hayward said, hey, we hadn't won a game in a month. It feels good just to win again.
Yeah.
Let alone, then you pile on top of that it was the New England Patriots. You beat them the way that you beat them defensively at the end with the stand. It was a big game
and that's the thing that to me that stands out is that you have a defense that had really let these guys down, maybe more so than any other facet. And to do it in this fashion, where right down there, I mean, right at that inside the 20-yard line, they had Tom Brady, the greatest quarterback who's ever lived.
Throwing the ball to that tight end.
And they got the upper hand. And it just, you can't write it any better than that. You really can't. Except that maybe if they hadn't lost the previous 3 in Oakland and all that other stuff, right? It doesn't wash everything away.
It doesn't wash everything away, but it certainly helps. The Ravens won, of course, on Sunday as well. So the Steelers do stay a half game ahead of them. Now they go to New Orleans. Baltimore goes to the Chargers. We'll see where we're at next week.
Drew Brees.
So, Matt, you were on the field Sunday when the Steelers played the Patriots. That was as much of a playoff-type atmosphere as I can remember. The stadium was shaking, especially how loud was it on the field for that last defensive stand?
Well, it got loud. I actually turned to a couple of people and said, do you believe that the Steelers might actually beat the Patriots right now? There's 4 minutes left in the game or so, and they haven't played Renegade? And I'm like, this place is just bumping. I'm like, they're doing everything different down there. People are sitting on different benches. They've got guys moving around differently. It was almost like, they were in their head. I thought Renegade wasn't coming, but when it did, oh, man. This place went. I mean, it was crazy for the last couple of minutes.
And that after that final pass, the incompletion to Edelman, the sideline just kind of erupted.
Oh yeah, I mean, people didn't really know what to do because there was still time on the clock, but everybody was scrambling. Like, I got to get out there to Ben and Brady. The players are all celebrating, and it all kind of happened before they hit the field, which is different because normally all that stuff, in a close game like that happens on the field. But, man, they just carried that celebration through the kneel down and right out there onto the field.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I'm sure the fans had a lot of fun with that game. It was a great game to watch, even though it wasn't the prettiest game played. 17-10 score, you look at that and you go, well, in today's NFL, that's not a great football game. I really thought it was a really good football game to watch.
It was, and I'll tell you what, if I wasn't buying all the Christmas presents that I am, I would have put a lot of money on the over in this game now that we can do that here in Pittsburgh, but, man, I would have been really wrong.
So this is more of a personal thing here. You're a photographer on a field. You're still a fairly young guy, and you're out there, you're shooting Ben Roethlisberger against Tom Brady, and that years from now you're going to remember an event like this, regardless of the outcome. You know what I mean? Does it cross your mind when you're out there?
Yeah, 100%. Every time, too. When we were up in New England for the AFC Championship game a couple years back, I'm shooting Tom Brady just out there controlling the game, and I've got Ben Roethlisberger standing on the sidelines just across from him, and I'm actually shooting Ben, but with Brady running the offense.
Oh,
and you're
cool.
You're always looking for stuff with the two of them. I'm kind of deceptive with my foot speed. I got out there quick. I'm telling you, quick. For the handshake with Ben and Brady.
Oh, you got it?
Well, it was kind of a Hail Mary situation, and I like to joke around with people that not everything's always in focus. That one wasn't in focus. So.
But it's cool. I think from the standpoint of a Pittsburgher, and speaking for myself as someone who's loved football all my life and loved the football greats and grew up on those Sunday mornings with NFL films and John Facenda and the history of the game and Joe Montana takes the... I'm watching out there. I feel like I watch a game that's got great players in it with a different prism,
Yeah, I mean, it's different from when I was growing up and you watch Dan Marino. I mean, I love Dan Marino, but there was never a time where I was watching like Marino and Elway, and I felt that it had this Brady and Roethlisberger kind of thing. And maybe it's just because the Patriots have been so dominant over the Steelers, and
it's the whole nemesis thing. Yeah, if it had been more balanced, which it still isn't, believe me, at all.
Yeah, I mean, it's just so fun to watch. And, all you have to do is see all the photographers rushing the field at the end of it to try and get those two guys. And I think maybe like a fifth of the photographers actually make
no one out rushing this speedster.
Deceptive foot speed, I'm telling you guys.